Hi guys, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot. Welcome to your weekly All Signs Tarot reading. I am looking at the week of July 14th through to about the 20th, 2025. And as always, I'm starting with Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. I do want to say welcome to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help. All right, let's get started. I am starting with Aries. What does Aries have coming up for this week? July 14th through to about the 20th. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Alright, so these three came out together, Aries. You've got the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, the Six of Swords, Temperance, the Fool, Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. So there's definitely going to be, I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication this week. Also children. Children may be significant. We do have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. Some of you are maybe focused on a project. You could be learning something new, starting a new hobby. Some of you are definitely very focused on like a project or like a hobby, getting into something new here at this time. If you do have kids or grandkids, they could be joining you. You could be doing a project together. King of Cups. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, Four of Cups. Yeah, I mean, Seven of Cups and Four of Cups here. If you've been bored, yeah, for some of you, you need to switch it up in some way. Start something new. I see you definitely wanting to be inspired here. And I think that something is inspiring you. And again, I mean, you could be doing this with a child. You could be doing this with a grandchild or grandchildren. You may have an idea. Ace of Wands. King of Cups. This is your heart definitely like leading the way. So yeah, if you feel inspired to do something, I do apologize for that. It could be Aries that you're inspired to maybe reach out and call someone for some of you, because communication is definitely significant. You've got the Page of Pentacles as the overall, which could be you reaching out to someone. It may be by the phone, but for some of you this is in person. This also for me can talk about like small talk. It's a little dry. You may be just like kind of like just, what do you call it? Like shooting the breeze. I don't know, talking about the weather, talking about just like everyday things, nothing that interesting. But you know, if this is with like an old friend, because for some of you, you could be reuniting with someone, could be like an old friend or even a sibling. So yeah, that may be enough. That may be good enough here. So if you're a cross watcher, you're dealing with an Aries. This is definitely an Aries that has good intentions. I don't know if maybe an Aries reached out to you, because I'm reading for an Aries that may feel like rejected, or if not rejected, some of you are coming out of a place of lack. So you're coming out of maybe feeling abandoned or ignored, something like that. You're coming out of that. This is you creating change. So you could be reaching out to someone, you could be talking to someone, you're doing something about it here. This is a physical energy. So for some of you, that's what I'm getting. You're coming out of that energy. But for others, you also could be communicating with someone that maybe you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe you're reuniting with this person. Maybe you haven't seen him in a while. And this is you like getting over and healing your relationship. So getting over something that happened in the past. It wasn't the best with the Ten of Swords and then Temperance. Some of you are definitely like mending a relationship. This can be an olive branch that someone is extending. So that could be you, or that could be the person you're dealing with. But we've got the Fool, we've got the Six of Cups here, along with that King of Cups with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is really feeling inspired, living in the moment. It can be creating new memories. So if you don't have the best memories with someone, this could be you going out. This could be you creating like a better memory. For some of you, that's what this is. You're planting a seed. It will take some time to grow. It needs to be nurtured. But for some of you, you're planting a seed. The Magician. You're creating a change. You are creating a change in your life. Some of you are manifesting coming out of like poverty or debt. This is you being guided very much. Six of Swords and Temperance. Very much being guided here forward. So you're leaving that 5 energy behind, that challenging energy behind. 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, you may have lost a job, or if not you, maybe another person did. Let's see, what is the 10 of Swords for Aries? Oh, there's the Empress. So this can be a loss for a woman in your life. This could be your spouse. This could be your mother. If it's not a loss, it also could be that maybe they're coming out of this time of lack. This can be surgery. This can be someone who's recovering from surgery, recovering from depression, recovering from a difficult time, and you may be working with others to make this happen. This is a 3, so there definitely could be like a third party. If this is you and your partner, or if this is you with the Empress, that could be you. This could be you working with others to move forward. Could even be working with the King of Cups. So yeah, something didn't work out, or you went through a very tough time, but that's over with. And this is you manifesting change in your life. And this King of Cups is definitely very significant because he's showing up twice. So that could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card for Aries. Additional guidance for Aries. Refine your attention. Interesting. So stay focused on whatever it is that you're building, creating, whatever seed that you're planting. Oh, look at this. Build on solid ground. Yeah. This is saying take your time. Take your time. Stay focused. You're creating something solid. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front for Aries. Aries on the love front. What is the guidance for Aries for this week? Boundaries. Interesting. Firm boundaries are needed now. So, whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're creating change in your life with, they're saying to stay focused, build on solid ground, have strong boundaries, don't let yourself get distracted easily. So this is quite a specific message. And then we've got chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. So if you are like building a friendship, if you are reuniting with someone, or if this is someone new coming in, this is confirming there's a lot of chemistry there. King of Cups, Ace of Wands. There's an attraction, but also someone's heart could be wide open. So this could be you maybe manifesting a relationship with the King of Cups. It may start out as friends, but you've got the Fool, you've got fresh energy here. New vibes coming in. The Fool, the Ace of Wands there at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, maybe you have like a third party that's like interfering, or if it's something else, needing strong boundaries. Who is Aries dealing with? You've got Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. That may be significant. We've got water. Water is definitely coming through, and there's Scorpio. So maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. All right, Aries. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus. You got the Six of Wands, Justice, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, all of these popping out. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Taurus. Oh my God, the cards are just jumping all over the place for you, Taurus. What does Taurus have coming up for this week? Taurus. Seven of Cups, Four of Cups. The Hierophant. I definitely could be reading for some Aries, Taurus, cuspers. I do see that a lot. Hierophant, Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, the World, the Sun, the Eight of Wands. Overall energy, Nine of Wands. All right, so I see you healing, Taurus. You went through something. Yeah, I see you definitely recharging your batteries. That's the first thing that I'm getting. Knight of Wands. So some of you Taurians, you could have been traveling. Maybe you've been traveling a lot, and so this is you needing a break. This is you needing a rest. Others, this could be you getting ready to travel. The Nine of Wands as the overall energy, this can represent you persevering. Some of you are wounded. You've gone through a lot, so your walls are up. This is you definitely having strong boundaries. But it's also you not quitting. It's you hanging in there. Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, Justice. Three of Swords, the Fool. That's interesting. Three of Swords with the Fool. Okay, so you may be dealing with a King of Wands, so that could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This really feels like an apology. Somebody was foolish. Somebody might have done something and they regret it. And so this person could be coming towards you. That's really what I'm getting with this. So you may have someone come and visit you. You may have someone coming your way, Taurus. And it's a King of Wands. So they may not be a fire sign. They could be any sign. But they're coming off as the King of Wands. And so that's someone with a lot of energy, high energy, very passionate. So yeah, that also could be you. That also could be you. If you made a mistake, this is you, like, correcting any mistakes, Taurus. It could be you apologizing. You've got the World, the Hierophant, the Hermit, the Sun here in this spread. So yeah, I'm definitely reading for some Taurians where I see you exploring your options. First card out, Seven of Cups. Exploring your options. Because some of you need a break. So this really does feel like a vacation for some of you. So you need to switch it up. With the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups, this really feels like you needing to switch it up. You need a break. I am definitely reading for some Taurians where you're traveling. Now, you could be traveling to a nice, warm, sunny climate. Definitely. So some of you, you're getting away. This is you recharging. This is you enjoying the moment. For some of you, you may have been like physically exhausted. This is you recharging your batteries. I definitely see you taking some you time this week with the Hermit. I feel like if you are committed to something, so a project, or this could be your job, whatever it is, if you are like already committed somewhere, Taurus, I see you honoring that commitment. I see you taking care of business, taking care of whatever you got to take care of, just to maybe make some time for yourself or make some time for your family. For some of you, you're traveling. So I see you doing everything that, you know, you have to do. So yeah, this is really nice. Yes, you do have this Nine of Wands, but I feel like this is some strong boundaries that some of you may need, because you need this rest or you want to get away, whatever it is for you, however you resonate. So sometimes you have to, you know, establish these firm boundaries. And so that's what I really feel like this is. This is you kind of blocking certain distractions out. You just don't want to deal with certain things, and that's okay. I feel like you're getting done whatever it is that you've got to get done, and then you're putting your focus on something else. Something that makes you happy. For some of you, that's, you know, maybe being outside. That could be traveling. The Sun, the Eight of Wands. So when you do step out, for those of you that are maybe taking a break, when you do step out, I mean, this is you feeling recharged. This is you having a lot of energy. Some of you shining bright. There's communication. This is also a shift in the energy. Things are looking up. Things are moving forward. Things may begin to happen a lot quicker. So over here, you've got this slower paced energy, and then things really start to speed up. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. So yeah, the energy is definitely going to pick up. For those of you that are waiting on news in regards to a contract, some sort of maybe documents, sending documents, receiving documents. This week I see you like taking care of maybe the details, like taking care of little things, like tying up loose ends. And then this could be you taking action here, Taurus, as far as maybe like sending something or delivering something, agreeing to something. For some of you, you're going to receive something in the mail that's significant. All right, we will look at, there's the World again, which is very nice. You've got the World twice, which can represent like a huge achievement, but it also represents completion. So for some of you, this is a cycle that's completing, but more like a phase, so a longer period of time. Could be like a graduation that's taking place or something like that. Let's take a look at the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is the overall energy for Taurus. What is the Nine of Wands? Okay, so you're blocking out the naysayers, people that are jealous, the haters, whatever it is. maybe people that don't play fair, or maybe they like to start drama. 5 of Swords energy. This is what you're blocking out. Now, some of you may feel wounded because of the 5 of Swords. So you've been hurt, and now you have very strong boundaries. All right. With the Hierophant and the Hermit, I'm definitely reading for some Taurians where maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a coach or something like that. You may travel the world. Maybe you're a speaker. I'm just seeing what else I'm getting with this. Some of you definitely have some strong beliefs, which, you know, is a good thing. Morals, strong beliefs. You may have dealt with people that, you know, didn't. And so this is you like standing by what you believe in, also standing up for yourself, standing up for your loved ones. Knight of Pentacles there, so there could be a young adult that is significant. Let's get an additional guidance card for Taurus. What is the additional guidance card for Taurus for this week? For some of you, there's work-related news. Someone at work could be trying to reach you, but if you're on vacation, some of you, I mean, you may not want to deal with it. I think that you will, but for some of you, you just may not want to. What is the additional guidance for Taurus? Be patient, of course, Taurus, and then be open to love. So be patient. You'll know when the timing is right. And this just means to be open when you feel like it's the right time or it's the right person. What is the guidance on the love front for Taurus? So on the love front, we have go slow and apology. Take time to get to know each other, and then you can expect the apology you want to hear. So isn't that interesting? So somebody could be coming towards you. It could be with an apology for some of you. If you're letting someone back into your life, they're saying go slow. Some of you have been hurt in the past in love, and so you're going slow. You're moving at your own pace. Nothing wrong with that, Taurus. Apology, if not an actual apology, it can be someone who is being sweet, being kind. They are showing you they're sorry in their own way. So that could be someone around you, or that could be something you're doing, Taurus. Who is Taurus dealing with? We've got Taurus, we've got Virgo, Leo, any of the fixed signs may be significant. We also have Mercury going retrograde here in the very near future. I want to say it's on like the 17th. Yeah, so towards the end of this week, Mercury will be in retrograde. We've got Earth and then Libra. All right, Taurus. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Gemini. What does Gemini have coming up for this week? First card out, Gemini, is the World, the Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, the Sun, Strength, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles. Overall energy is the Knight of Wands. So some of you definitely may be dealing with the Leo. You've got a lot of Leo here. So a Leo may be significant this week. We have, interesting, we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here. So Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands as the overall energy, which is travel, it's movement. Some of you are traveling. I just said that to Taurus, so it could be reading for some cuspers. We've got the Queen of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups, the Star. We've got Temperance, the Three of Cups, the Devil. So for some of you Geminis, this can be you doing some soul searching as far as your life and maybe what you want to do long term, or this could be with your career. You know, are you on the right career path? Am I headed towards, you know, the goal that you desire 5-10 years down the road? So you're thinking long term. And I definitely see you doing some soul searching here. So this is definitely like on the work front, on the job front. Are you in the right job, or are you living in the home that you want to be in? Maybe 5-10 years down the road, the neighborhood. So if not, if you're not where you want to be, this is you making some changes. So I see you really optimistic here when it comes to this. So yeah, those of you that want to move, or you want to maybe shift onto like a different career path, you definitely could be doing that here at this time. The overall energy is the Knight of Wands. So this is you taking action. And this is really on the work front, if you go to school or if you don't work. This is something with the home, something with family. Could be starting like a home-based business, something like that. But I think there is help. So you may have, for some of you, you may have a spouse, maybe even, you may have like a teenager, you may have like a kid, could be a grown kid that's helping you. For those of you that are starting a business, I see help. I definitely see you having a support system. Whether this is your spouse, or it could be a business partner, or like a mentor. with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. They may be an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but they could be very focused on business and finances as well. For those of you, that's where your focus is. You could be dealing with someone who they have like the same mindset as you. King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. For some of you, you may have felt stuck at work. So this is you taking action, being strong here. There could be something that you're learning, something that's coming to light with the Hanged Man and the Sun. This is something that comes to light, and because of that, we have this completion with the World. So the World was the first card out. Very significant energy. So this is a chapter. This is things wrapping up in one area of your life, but it's like on to the next. So changing jobs, something like that. Learning something coming to light. And then we see you taking action with the Knight of Wands. So yeah, the energy could have been very stuck. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man. The energy definitely may have been very stuck, and this was you like showing grace here as you dealt with this blockage or this slow moving energy. And now for some of you, this is like go time. So there could be some help that's coming in, and that is why it's go time for some of you. So it could be this earth energy that is helping you. So King of Pentacles. We also have the Knight of Pentacles here. But we've got the Six of Pentacles. So this is generosity, give and take. So it could be that, you know, you help someone, so now someone's helping you. It could be a situation like that. Some of you are just moving out of your comfort zone. You're overcoming maybe your fears or anxiety. For some of you, that's what this is, with strength. But yeah, this is a really nice reading. I don't think I want to clarify anything. Let's get you an additional guidance card for Gemini. Additional guidance for Gemini, please, for this week. So we do have Imagine Solutions. Interesting. Imagine Solutions. And then Count Your Blessings. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front for Gemini for this week. On the love front, we do have denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. And then at the bottom, we have trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. So, interesting. So there could be trust issues. And that's what this Eight of Swords is for some of you on the love front. somebody could be in denial. So if not you, it could be the other person. Someone may be in denial. Maybe they think something is impossible. You may think something is impossible, but they're saying imagine solutions. Count your blessings. So be grateful, and that's how you attract even more. For you coupled Geminis, it may be that you have to work on some trust issues. Let's see, who's Gemini dealing with? Could be dealing with another Gemini, and there is Virgo. So Virgo or Gemini may be significant. We do have a lot of Leo here in the spread, so you could be dealing with a Leo. But all right, Gemini, I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What does Cancer have coming up for this week? Cancer. Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, and Judgment. The World. Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords. The Empress, the Devil, Justice. Well, this is quite the spread, Cancer. I was not expecting this. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Wands. So, couple of fives here. I'm definitely seeing some challenging energies, which Mercury's going retrograde this week. But if you are a Cancer that has a birthday this week, happy birthday. Just watch your communication. This can be a misunderstanding. So Five of Wands. Yeah, this is really around communication. Can be heated communication. Maybe someone is being stubborn. You've got a couple of fours here. So Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Yeah, so this can be a bunch of people, a group, like kind of going back and forth. There could be some drama. So yeah, you may be a part of this, or maybe you're just like observing this. For some of you, you may not be the one that's like involved in this. You're not saying anything, but you're right there and maybe you're witnessing like the whole thing. So yeah, you definitely have to be careful with this energy. Pick and choose your battles. Also really watch your communication. This can be someone who says something really harsh. Or there is going to be like some sort of maybe even like legal consequences here with this, which is interesting. Justice is the overall energy. So again, maybe you're witnessing something with justice in this position, Cancer. You could be, for some of you, I mean, you could be testifying, you could be involved in like a legal matter. Others, you're doing the right thing. If, you know, somebody did something, if you've seen something, this could be you doing the right thing. So what you feel is the right thing. Also, I could be reading for some Cancers where you're taking legal action. So somebody could have did something, or maybe it was even multiple people for some of you. Maybe a group could have did something and now you're taking legal action. But yeah, if you're finding something out, if the truth is coming to light, because you've got the Hanged Man here with the Knight of Swords, and this really feels like someone just saying something, and it may be harsh. Someone just saying something or doing something. And it's out of line with the 5 and the 10 of Swords. This is like overkill. This is out of line. It's not healthy. It's toxic. It can be abusive in some way. Harassment, abuse, anything like that. Corruption, all of that. But I feel like you're finding something out, or you're seeing a situation with the Hanged Man. You're seeing a person, you're seeing a situation, you're seeing something in a different light. And this can be you being fear. This can be you doing what you feel like you have to do. So doing what you feel like is right. So taking action. Knight of Swords, Justice, Judgment. This can be taking legal action. For some of you, there was maybe some sort of blockage, a bunch of people, or maybe a rival, someone who's jealous, a bully perhaps, maybe even a narcissist. You could have been dealing with someone, or you were chained, you were bound. Not in the best predicament, but with the World, this is ending. And with Judgment, this is you rising up from the ashes. So there's like a second chance or a rebirth. There's a rebirth here from this. It may take some time, honestly. It may take some time. We have strong Libra here. So, I mean, it could go out to Libra season. But this is you gaining a fresh perspective or something coming to light that may indicate, you know, that something's over with, or you may have this realization, this aha moment. I'm seeing documents, so a contract or documents may be significant. Maybe you read something or something stands out, or there's something maybe in the fine print, something like that. And this is you maybe taking legal action. But this is like very, very strong rebirth vibes. So the Empress with Judgment. Rising up from the ashes, planting new seeds. Some of you maybe even like realizing your worth if you've been like in a relationship with a narcissist or a bully or something like that. This can be you realizing your worth and you're ending it. So whatever decision, whatever choice you're making this week, I mean, it's going to be final. It's a big one. So however you resonate, if you feel called to do something, or you feel called to leave something behind, or to take accountability for something, whatever it is, this is big. So this can be like a final decision if you've been going back and forth. And for some of you, this is even you changing your mind about something. So very, very interesting read. All right, let's take a look at the Devil. You do have the Devil with the 5, so it's definitely a more challenging energy. I think there's definitely problems with communication. This can be interference. What is the Devil for Cancer, please? And I'm really noticing, which I don't think I've ever noticed this before, honestly. In this deck, I don't think I've ever noticed this. So, they're both wearing blindfolds. They're both tied, but her hand is out. Her hand is out. I've never noticed that. So for some of you Cancers, this is maybe someone who's maybe greedy, but they want more. They want more. Give me more. It's like a very greedy energy. So yeah, be careful of that. What is the Devil? We've got the 8 of Rods. So you could be hearing from this person. This could be communication coming in. Could be someone saying, give me more. I want more. Whatever that is. And you're like, nope. This is all you can get. So that's quite interesting. 8 of Rods. 6 of Swords. So travel. What is the 10 of Swords for Cancer? 10 of Swords. Hierophant. What is the 5 of Swords? King of Pentacles. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus. Strength. This is you being strong. So For some of you, this is an ending. It could be an ending with a company, an organization, something like that. Maybe people were not playing fair. You could have been dealing with a King of Pentacles. Strength. The Wheel of Fortune. So karmic situation. Queen of Rods. Four of Rods. The Knight of Cups. All right. Some of you maybe like Leo cuspers, or maybe you have Leo in your chart. But yeah, this is forward movement. This is travel. This is forward movement. Some of you are leaving a company, leaving a place, planting new seeds, starting over again. Could be in another company, another space. For those of you that are staying with a company, it can be that you're like being transferred. This could be to another state, another country, something like that. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card, Cancer. So correct your mistakes. So that needs to be done. This card actually came out in the reverse, but with Justice upright, maybe this is something that has needed to be done. Correct your mistakes and then make necessary sacrifices. Interesting. Interesting, okay. And then at the bottom we do have Imagine Solutions. So there is a solution. And with Justice, you're finding it. What is the guidance on the love front for Cancer? Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. We have obsession. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Someone is gripped in this connection by obsessive thoughts. But we have healing vibes. So if you are married, if you're with someone, if you were in a toxic pattern, you could be moving out of that. This could be you getting help. There could be an agreement that's being made with your person. If somebody does have an addiction, they could be working on that. Who is Cancer dealing with? We've got Virgo. And we've got Leo. All right, Cancer. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Wow, everybody's getting the World. So first card out for you is the World. Leo, what does Leo have coming up for this week? All right, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the King of Wands, King of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Lovers, the Star. Overall energy is the Knight of Wands. So yeah, a lot of different signs pulling the world. A couple now have gotten the Knight of Wands in this position. So definitely watch your other signs. And if you're dealing with someone, watch their sign. So 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is travel. This is definitely travel. Whether you're moving up within your career or if you're moving house, some of you changing jobs, could be going back to work. But this is movement. This is travel for some of you. Knight of Wands. Very passionate, motivated, ambitious energy. If you were hanging on to something, Leo, so if you were hanging on to something and kind of like beating a dead horse, not seeing any results from something, this could be some Leos. This is you letting go and just letting something be over with for some of you. But you're also moving on. You're moving on to something new. And this really does feel like a new job. A new home. This is you putting a lot of time and energy into this. So if you are moving house, this could be you like painting the whole place before you move in. There's still, you know, some work to do here. Maybe you're making it your own. I see you working really hard. Yeah, I think there was some sort of disappointment. But I feel like you're over it. So this is you putting your energy into something else. With that Knight of Wands, it's a very passionate, motivated energy. You're not standing still. This is you moving. And some of you, I mean, you could have been holding back. You could have been holding back your energy until, you know, maybe you got more information. You may have been looking at a lot of different options with that Seven of Cups. And so this is you taking action and moving forward when you feel like it's the right time, or when something maybe calls to you. And so on the love front, it could be that you're choosing between maybe a couple of options. You've got the Lovers, you've got the King of Cups, the King of Wands. So you could be choosing between a fire sign, a water sign. Yeah, you could be ending maybe one relationship and then moving towards somebody else. I'm also seeing, I'm seeing someone hang on to like maybe the idea of a person. So there may have been, I don't know, not the deepest connection. So there may have been like a more shallow relationship. Maybe you really like this person, or maybe this person really liked you. Someone could have been entertaining. Someone could have been entertaining someone. And that could be, you know, because they're bored. It could be for a million different reasons. But now that you've met maybe someone that has real potential or something like that, this could be you letting go. So if you had other options, or if you were entertaining a particular person, this could be you ending that. And so, yeah, I mean, you may have someone around you that is heartbroken. For some of you, this King of Wands could be you, and you may feel heartbroken. Maybe you were an option. Maybe you didn't know that. Someone could have been hanging on to you. But you do have this optimistic energy, this healing energy going into next week. So this is you healing. This is you recovering. If you're a Leo that does feel betrayed by someone, you could be throwing yourself into your work. But this is like you making peace with the situation, making peace maybe even with that person. And this is you moving forward. So yeah, it's quite the interesting read. But the World is the first card out, so that can indicate a chapter. For some of you, maybe a very tough cycle that's over with. Let's see, what is the 10 of Swords for Leo? What is the 10 of Swords for Leo? Okay, so this could be the end of a friendship. Maybe something happened with a friend or with a sibling. Some of you may feel betrayed by a friend or maybe a third party. Yeah, look at that. So something happened with a friend, or even like 3 people, 3 or more people. So some of you, this is you protecting your heart, holding back. Maybe for some of you, I mean, you may have a King of Cups. You may have someone around you that's like trying to get to know you. You could be holding back, definitely holding back emotionally. I don't see you super guarded, and I do see you optimistic. But I feel like I'm reading for some Leos, you're a little wary. I'm getting this kind of wary energy where your heart is not completely open. No, not yet. Maybe you're moving in that direction, but yeah, your heart is not completely open. All right, what is the additional guidance card for Leo? We've got correct your mistakes, Leo. All right, there's quite a few. Love yourself is on top. Love yourself, have faith, rejuvenate, and then be patient. So be patient, rejuvenate, have faith, and then love yourself. Interesting. Correct your mistakes, be patient, rejuvenate, have faith, and then love yourself. What is the guidance for Leo on the love front? Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. And then we have integrity. Does the situation align with your values and morals? So, again, for those of you where maybe you have options in love, or you could be getting to know someone, but you're not completely open. Somebody may feel denied. Someone may feel denied or rejected. You could actually be rejecting maybe one person and favoring another person. Maybe someone who has like more integrity. Could be something like that. But let's see. Who is Leo dealing with? Water. So that energy is coming through. And we've got Scorpio. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Very significant. All right, Leo. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Virgo, what does Virgo have coming up? Virgo. We've got the Two of Wands. The Moon. The Lovers, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Devil, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Overall energy is the Six of Cups. We've got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. King of Wands, Four of Cups, the Queen of Cups, Temperance, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, all right. So we've got some characters here. You may be dealing with a King of Wands, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This could be you like turning down a King of Wands. This may be a Sag for some of you. But yeah, you could be turning someone down. Yeah, this can be a rejection. So maybe this person is not your usual type. For some of you, it could be an ex. There could be a reunion here with the Six of Cups. So yeah, you could be bumping into someone. Mercury does go retrograde this week. So maybe for some of you Virgos, you're bumping into someone. This could be an ex. Yeah, and I mean, this person either doesn't interest you anymore, or if it is someone new, maybe they're not your usual type. Maybe as you talk to this person, for some of you Virgos, if it's an ex, for some of you, you may see that maybe they have not changed. You've got the moon and the devil here. For some of you, maybe this person hasn't changed. Or you feel like they're not telling you everything. If you are reconnecting with someone like through Messenger or something like that, and you're traveling to see them, somebody could be married. So it's possible if you are connecting with someone, reconnecting with someone, it's possible that they're married and they're hiding it. There's something like that going on, something fishy. And I don't say that often, but there is definitely something fishy here. You've got the Lovers, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Moon and the Devil. So yeah, for those of you that are connecting with someone, I would just take it slow. A decision is needed, definitely, with the Two of Wands and the Lovers. For some of you, you definitely have options. But this could be you deciding to take it slow, to get more information, to really like talk to this person, to dig deeper, to not rush into anything. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So I am reading for some Virgos where you're taking it slow. That's your choice. So maybe after you reconnect with someone, or if you're meeting someone new, this can be you deciding to take things slow or to keep it friendly, to keep it on that friend level as you get to know this person more, because something is hidden here with the Moon and the Devil. So, very interesting. Six of Cups as the overall energy is a very nostalgic energy. Could be reminiscing a lot. If you are getting together with someone this week, you could be going over the past. You could be laughing a lot. It's very playful energy. This can be you making new memories with someone. There's a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth communication, a lot of love. And then for some other Virgos, I'm getting fear. So maybe you're worried about someone. You could be worried about someone, or maybe someone's worried about you. Could be worried about a relationship. With the Lovers and the Hierophant, for some of you, you could be deciding, maybe deciding to commit, to recommit, to take those action steps as far as moving to the next level, whatever that means for you. But there could be a lot of fear here. So that's another thing I'm getting. So if you are taking a relationship to the next level, there is a lot of fear. So for those of you that are friends with this person, if it's progressing to something more, there's just a lot of fear here. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card for Virgo. For this week, what is the additional guidance card? All right, begin to explore. I think this resonates very much, Virgo, with the rest of the reading. So taking a relationship to the next level. Refine your attention. So for some of you, this is absolutely fear, but it's like fearing the worst. It's fear on a whole nother level with the devil. So the devil is excessive. So the moon is fear. And so for some of you, this is excessive fear. So you're really going to have to keep yourself grounded and focused on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And with begin to explore, you may be trying new things to like help take your mind off of something. And I think that that's awesome. This is you making plans. This is you looking at options. So you're exploring your options. What is the guidance on the love front for Virgo? We've got wait. The timing is not quite right. And then we've got boundaries. Interesting. And this says firm boundaries are needed now. So you may have very strong boundaries right now. Maybe someone is trying to move past those boundaries, or they're trying to get you to kind of let your walls come down a little bit. So if not you, it could be the person you're dealing with. So you also could be dealing with someone where you have to be patient. You have to wait because they have really strong boundaries for some of you. But maybe you're exploring like ways around that. If you're not like super fearful, it could be the person that you're dealing with that they're super fearful. All right, who is Virgo dealing with? We've got Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini showing up here. Taurus for some of you, and then Cancer. All right, Virgo, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Libra. I'm going to stick these back in, but we've got Temperance, the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So I definitely could be reading for some Libra, Virgo, cuspers, and you may resonate with that. But let me give these cards a better shuffle here. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Libra. High Priestess. The High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, Ten of Cups, Four of Wands, Temperance, Three of Swords, Ace of Cups. Overall energy is the Page of Swords. All right, and we've got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so that definitely can be your energy. We've got that ear coming through. So, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely reading for some Librans. We are maybe a relationship is done with. For some of you, this can be you focused on being single. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here, Ten of Swords. So yeah, something could have left your life with this King of Swords energy. You've got the King of Swords at the bottom here with the Eight of Cups there as well. That is you turning your back on someone, something. It's no longer serving you. And it kind of feels like on to the next. Like it kind of feels like that. Because I'm definitely getting fresh energy. I'm definitely getting new energy. So yes, we have the Three of Swords here. For some of you, though, this can be like a third-party interference, or for some Librans, your heart can still be healing. So healing is a journey. For some of you, you're still healing, but you are planting new seeds. Something may not have worked out the way that you had planned. But this could be you like starting all over again, or starting something else, starting something new. Because you've got a lot of new. You've got a lot of new energy here. So we have the Page of Swords as the overall. So this could be you definitely looking into things, doing your research. if you're working with maybe a King of Swords, if you're working with another person or even like a group of people, this could be you asking a lot of questions. You're learning a lot this week. And, you know, if something didn't work out in the past, for some of you, this can even be like you seeing like the silver lining here with the situation. So sometimes we do have to deal with this to get to this. So maybe, Libra, something did not work out, but it was in your best interest because this was meant to come in. So you've got the Three of Swords, you've got the Ace of Cups. You've got the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Fool. You've got a lot of new energy. So this is you like liberating yourself, breaking free, planting a new seed, and really just like kind of giving it your all. So you're investing your heart into this. Could be like your heart and soul into something, a project, a business. Could be a relationship for some of you. We do have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. So yeah, I could be reading for some Librans where you're in a relationship. Could be going from single to now you're in a relationship. Maybe there's been interference from like a third party, an ex. But I mean, this is a lot of happiness. There could be an event. There could be something that comes up this week. So if you are single, if you want to meet someone, definitely get out and about, talk to people, because you may meet someone brand new. This is new energy, like new vibes. So meeting someone brand new. There could be an inner knowing here with this, because the first card that came out is the High Priestess. So very strong psychic energy here. So for those of you that are meeting someone, those of you that are starting something new, there could be like a strong knowing here. Very strong knowing. Knowing that you should take this chance. This is also some of you very much like working with spirit, working with God, whatever you believe in. As far as manifesting, yeah, this is you very much being guided here. So the Four of Wands can represent a long-term relationship. Ten of Cups can be that happily ever after. So for those of you where this is love, this could be you like settling down. You may meet your person here. And if you're not the one with the Three of Swords, the heavy heart, if that energy is not yours, that could be their energy. But let's take a look. What is the Three of Swords for Libra? Queen of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you've got the Six of Swords here. So there could have been a loss at work, a loss with maybe a home, or something going on with an earth sign. But Six of Swords, again, being guided. If you are planting a seed, you could be doing so quietly, so you're not like announcing it to the whole world, and I think that that is good. All right, what is the additional guidance for Libra? Additional guidance. Make no judgments. So if you are getting to know someone, they're saying make no judgments. So don't judge a book by its cover. Dive in a little deeper. Live life to the fullest. Yeah, so that's what I feel like you're doing. With this energy here, that's exactly what I feel like you're doing. You're definitely going for something here. You're taking a chance. You're diving in. All right, what is the guidance for Libra on the love front? What is the guidance for Libra? All right, what is the guidance on the love front for Libra? Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering and then put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So I definitely see this leap of faith. If you are doing any online dating, this could be you meeting someone online. I am getting that. Yeah, for some of you, you're meeting someone online. You've met someone online, and this could be you going out. For some of you, you're maybe meeting them at a restaurant or a public place. For those of you that are in a relationship, you may need to put away the computer. Oh, we have true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. All right, who is Libra dealing with? Water, we've got Scorpio. That may be significant. All right, Libra, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Scorpio. what does Scorpio have coming up for this week, please, Scorpio? Four of Pentacles. All right, Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, the Fool, the Hanged Man, the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, the overall energy is the Empress. Beautiful. All right, so we've got the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, a child can be significant. A pregnancy can be significant. Some of you may be pregnant. We've got the Page of Wands, the Star, Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, a child or children are significant. You could be protecting a child, protecting your children or grandchildren. No matter who you are, we've got this motherly energy with the Empress. So it does not matter who you are. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, this is the overall energy. And so this is a very motherly energy. So you could be taking care of others this week, taking care of another person, or I say others because I am seeing others. So multiple children for some of you. Could be taking care of a sibling or a friend as well. You have this like very protective energy here. For some Scorpios, this is you also may be very protective of yourself. So the Empress knows her worth. Yeah, she knows her worth. She loves herself. For some of you, you've been hurt in the past. Yeah, and you do not want to get hurt again. And so I'm definitely reading for some of you where your walls are up. You've got strong boundaries. That did come out for a couple other signs. Yeah, there was some sort of disappointment. Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Nine of Wands. And so, yeah, something hurt you with the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands. So, first card out is the Four of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you may love someone unconditionally. This could be you nurturing them, taking care of them, but maybe you're not like 100% open, letting them in. Maybe you haven't completely let your walls down. Which the Empress takes her time. So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're trying to gain perspective here before you like invest and give someone your all. That's really what I'm getting. So yes, for many of you, this is on the relationship front, whether romantic or not. I feel like this is you holding back a little bit with that Four of Pentacles energy. Maybe you don't completely trust someone. There's something like that here. So you're trying to gain perspective here before you move forward. But I think that you still are moving forward. It's just you're taking baby steps. I do see a lot of communication. I do see this social energy here. So maybe you are going out. For those of you that are dealing with a friend or a sibling, they may reach out to you like out of the blue, like come out, come out. Short notice, they want to get you out. For some of you, you may go. Others, you may tell them that you will, maybe later on. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very interesting read. But you've got the Fool here, you've got the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Empress, which is a very, very abundant energy, can represent a fertile energy as well. So those of you that want to get pregnant, but let's take a look at the Five of Cups. Let's see what the Five of Cups is for Scorpio. You may be dealing with an Aries. You may be dealing with a Pisces. What is the Five of Cups? The High Priestess. So if someone or something disappointed you, Scorpio, I think you're keeping it to yourself. If you're disappointed, like in a friend, or if you reunited with someone, there may be some sort of disappointment here. So yeah, you could be hiding how you really feel. Ten of Swords. So maybe you feel like someone failed you, someone betrayed you, or they were not there for you. Something like that. But with the Three of Cups, they may want to reunite with you. So yeah, it's interesting. For some of you, I feel like you will. And then I am reading for some Scorpios where I feel like you may delay doing this. So even if you do like sit down with someone, if you do end up going out with somebody, it's going to be whenever you're ready, whenever you want to. So it may not be this week. Let me see. What is the additional guidance for Scorpio? What is the additional guidance? Ask with sincerity. Look at that. Nurture yourself first. That's what you're doing. Empress vibes. Nurture yourself first. Putting yourself first. So if a friend, if a sibling, if somebody needs something, this is you putting yourself first. And also, for those of you that need help, this could be guidance for some of you as far as asking for help. Maybe you need to ask for help. Let's see, what is the guidance on the love front for Scorpio? Forgiveness. Okay, interesting. So somebody maybe wants your forgiveness, or for some of you, you could be forgiving yourself with this energy, with the Empress here. This could be you loving yourself and not being so hard on yourself. You may be forgiving yourself. We have wait. Yeah, and taking your time, taking your sweet time. So again, if somebody wants to reunite with you or somebody wants your forgiveness, this is you maybe making them wait. Maybe some of you Scorpios, you're making them work for it. I kind of like that. I kind of like this. So you're loving yourself, you're nurturing yourself, and if somebody did you wrong, you're making them earn your trust or making them work for it. All right, who is Scorpio dealing with? We've got Pisces and we've got Gemini. All right, Scorpio. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, Page of Cups, the Sun, Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Overall energy is the Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Very nice. So that definitely can be your energy. We've got the King and the Queen of Wands. So if you are partnered, or if you're very close with someone, this can be a business partnership as well. You definitely want to watch your communication this week. There definitely may be misunderstandings, petty arguments, so pick and choose your battles, definitely. Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Eight of Cups, the High Priestess. All right. This is emotional distance here. So in a relationship with the Four of Wands, so you may feel like emotionally distant with either your spouse, or a family member, or maybe even like multiple family members. For some of you, a family member may reach out to you. They may need your help with that Six of Pentacles, or your spouse may need your help. So we see you looking at the options here with the Two of Wands. This is you looking at your options, weighing the options, making plans. And with this fiery energy, I mean, for some of you, this is long-term plans, but this is you, making a very important decision here. You've got, let's see, multiple pages, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, also multiple knights. So Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. So there's definitely movement. You've got the 2, the 3, at the bottom of the deck is the 4, and there's the 5 of Wands. And so there's definitely movement, there's communication. For some of you, you've already been maybe waiting. Maybe waiting on acceptance, or waiting on clarity, waiting on news, waiting on this information. The Sun and the Knight of Swords. Waiting on an offer. Knight of Cups. Waiting to take action. For some of you, even this can be legal action. So waiting to be able to take legal action. So if you do have something legal that is ongoing, this could be like a settlement offer, some sort of offer that's coming in for you. And it may be small. Honestly, it may be a small offer. So you can either oppose this and this gets dragged on even longer for some of you, or you can accept it and be done with it. So there's an offer that I feel like some of you are accepting. Maybe this is something that's been dragging on. You may just want this to be over with. I'm also seeing an apology. So if someone wronged you in some way, this is an apology that's on the table. So yeah, quite the interesting reading. Let me get you an additional guidance card. But you've got the King and the Queen of Wands, two very passionate individuals. This can be your partner. This can be your other half. That also can be two people that have a very strong chemistry. There's a strong attraction there. If you are partnered, you definitely want to watch your communication. What is the additional guidance? We have faith and then make necessary sacrifices. So maybe your person wants you to move forward with them. They want to take action. They could be presenting an offer to you that maybe when you first hear it, you're not You're not okay with it. You may change your mind. But let's get you guidance on the love front for Sagittarius. We've got mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. So for those of you that have been working on your partnership, this is growth. Because Mercury's retrograde, I mean, this could be you and your person like kind of getting on each other's nerves or starting to get on each other's nerves. So yeah, be careful of that. That's normal. Again, you want to pick and choose your battles. Yeah, for some of you, a business partnership could be going really well. There definitely could be some money coming in, some good news coming in. Who is Sagittarius dealing with? Who's Sagittarius dealing with? We've got Cancer and we've got Air. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, Sag. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Capricorn. Nine of Cups, first card out. Wow, the Empress. Two of Wands, the World. Six of Wands, the High Priestess. Eight of Cups. Four of Wands, overall energy, look at that. Two of Cups. We've got the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Cups. For some of you Capricorns, you're investing in a relationship, a partnership. Doesn't have to be romantic for everybody. Really, it does not have to be. This is you looking at another person, maybe wondering if they're on the same page as you. I definitely think that they are. With the Two of Cups in this position, this is mutual love, mutual respect. This is planting seeds with the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely planting a seed. I think that there's a lot of fear around this. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know where this is going. Yeah, so Strength, the Moon. Yeah, there's definitely some fear here. Strong psychic vibes as well, but there is definitely some fear here. Some of you could be starting a new job. This may be at night, or this may be a position where you really get to like express yourself creatively for some of you. But you've got the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands, the High Priestess. That's a lot of twos. So a decision is needed for some of you. A partnership is significant. Could be a relationship with your mother, with the Empress, your mother, your grandmother, a woman in your life. You could be making an agreement or working with a woman. For some of you, I mean, this could be your energy, or this could be your wife. Could be a mother with the Empress, but this is a lot of abundance. I mean, such a beautiful energy. With the Nine of Cups and the Empress, this is a lot of abundance. A lot of abundance. So make a wish. For some of you, make a wish and then start to plant those seeds, because the ground is fertile. This can be you planting seeds as far as you being happy. Yeah. Feeling very proud of yourself. Six of Wands. Some of you are being recognized. You may for some of you, I mean, you may be thrown into the spotlight. Or you're just being recognized here. Maybe in your community with the Four of Wands. This can be at work or school. This can be in your community. I'm also reading for some of you where maybe maybe you're being recognized by the world. You've got the world here. So maybe you're a celebrity or something like that. For those of you that need to make a decision, you could be looking at a couple of different paths. And if you're looking at like an old path, this would be a time to make some changes here. If something didn't work out, or if it didn't work out the way that you planned, this would be a good time to definitely like reevaluate, go back to the drawing board, you know, what worked, what didn't, what can we do better? asking yourself questions like that. I see a lot of that going on with the Eight of Cups. For some of you, I see that you've learned a lot with the World here. You've learned a lot, and I think that you're ready to start like the next chapter. Some of you, you've been good on your own. So this could be love knocking, definitely. Some of you, you've been happy on your own, honestly. Yeah, some of you, you've been good. You are good. Maybe you turned your back and walked away from like a marriage or a long-term relationship, but I see that you're good. This could be new love that's knocking, and that's the choice. Do you want to open that door? Let's see, what is the additional guidance for Capricorn? What is the additional guidance? Seek hidden treasure. So there is something hidden here. They're saying to seek hidden treasure. Go with the flow. So that's interesting. So by you going with the flow, you're going to find something out. Or, yeah, I mean, you're going to find something. Let's see, what is the guidance on the love front for Capricorn? Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. All right. So balance. I feel like balance is coming in. So if something was out of balance, yeah, I feel like this is definitely a more balanced energy that's here this week. So you're definitely seeing improvement. Who is Capricorn dealing with? We've got Virgo and Leo. All right, Capricorn, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aquarius. Three of Swords and the King of Cups. Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Page of Pentacles, the Sun, Six of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Overall energy is the Moon. 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you've got the Sun and the Moon in the same spread, Aquarius. I definitely see you gaining perspective. So could be gaining a fresh perspective. Others, you could be learning something that you didn't know, something that was hidden, a secret is coming to light. The moon is a tricky energy. It can represent like illusions, delusion, confusion. So we do have the 9 of Wands here. This can be you having your guard up. And maybe you don't trust everyone or a particular person. First 2 cards out, 3 of Swords and the King of Cups. So maybe you don't trust a King of Cups. Maybe you've been wounded. There's history here. The Hierophant. The Knight of Pentacles. This can be a marriage like situation for some of you. You may feel brokenhearted. You could be hiding it with the moon. So deep pain with the 3 of Swords, deep pain. Definitely some internal stuff going on at this time. So you may feel brokenhearted because of a King of Cups. There may be a loss of a King of Cups. Or, you know, that can be your energy. You're feeling a lot more emotional this week, definitely. You only have 1 Swords card, and it's the 3 of Swords. Yeah. If a King of Cups feels wounded by you or something like that, I see them reaching out. I definitely see communication. Somebody may want to like try again. 9 of Wands in the Hierophant. So if this is your partner, this can be, for some of you, your partner. They want to try again. With this energy, this can be someone who doesn't quit. They just keep trying. With the Knight of Pentacles in particular. Yes, stubborn energy with the 4 of Pentacles, Justice. So yeah, somebody who doesn't want to quit. They want to do the right thing. So that could be you, or that could be the person that you're dealing with. You may have a family with this person with the 10 of Cups. If this is a 3-party scenario, it could be that you waited on this person. You waited on them to maybe get out of a relationship or maybe to get a divorce. You may have waited on someone. Yeah, because this also feels like someone left someone hanging. Like literally, you don't know what's going on. There's confusion. Are we together? Are we not? Am I in a third party? Like there's a lot of confusion here, a lot of scattered energy here. So yeah, someone could have left you hanging. Or again, you can flip that. I do feel like that's only a temporary energy though. So if that's something that you've been dealing with, you definitely could be coming out of that this week, because I'm definitely getting the communication. I'm also seeing here that someone wants to put in time, energy, they want to work on it. So yeah, the Sun with the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, somebody wants to work on it. Somebody wants to create their happily ever after. So yeah. What is the Three of Swords for Aquarius? What is the Three of Swords for Aquarius? Two of Rods. So maybe someone had other options and they put you in like a three-party scenario. Yeah. So you could have cut them off or something like that. They may want you to maybe cut off your other options. Again, I'm definitely seeing communication, clarity, the truth coming in. And I feel like that's a good thing. That's what's needed. Admit your vulnerabilities. So, I mean, that could be that clarity that's coming in with the Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Moon, the Hanged Man. Somebody could be doing this. You could be doing this, or the person you're dealing with could be doing this. Claim your art. That's interesting. So those of you that are working on something, yeah, you may need to like copyright it with this. Yeah, you definitely want to make things official. Maybe get something in writing. Let's see, what is the guidance on the love front? Yeah, with the Nine of Wands, very protective energy. So you definitely want to protect yourself. If you're doing anything, if you're putting anything like out there to the world, if you're in the spotlight, you definitely want to protect yourself. We have addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship, and then obstacles. So this is on the love front. And it says unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. So somebody may need to like swallow their pride, admit that they're wrong, maybe apologize. If they put you in like a three-party situation, scenario, then they need to own that. For some of you Aquarians, you may have actually literally blocked someone, like you blocked all communication, you blocked them like on social media. All right. Who is Aquarius dealing with? Who's Aquarius dealing with? We've got Sagittarius and fire. Look at that fire. All right, Aquarius. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Pisces. Wow, Nine of Cups, first card out. Very nice. So Capricorn just had that. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, go watch that reading. Pisces. Five of Cups. The Moon, okay. Justice. Four of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Cups. All right, the Two of Pentacles. This is very specific. We've got the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords, the Sun, this is healing vibes. So some of you, you could be traveling this week. You could be taking a vacation. Or that could be something you're planning to do here. I'm definitely seeing travel. And that did come up, I want to say, for Aries, Taurus, and then I believe another sign, I want to say Leo. A few signs had that as well. So watch your other signs. But wow, the Magician. So this is you being able to create change in your life and manifest happiness. This is recovery for some of you. I am getting that. So you can create change as long as you're willing to put in the work with this Knight of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. This is showing me you have help, you have support. Could be help from someone who's younger. It could even be like one of your kids, or you could be helping one of your kids if they need help. You could be helping like one of your kids recover from something. So I'm seeing acceptance and I'm seeing forward movement. This Two of Pentacles as the overall energy is some of you going back and forth here. I think you're trying to make your mind up here. Maybe you keep changing your mind because there's fear or there's not enough information. So you keep going back and forth. For some of you Pisces, that's what I'm getting, is kind of like this scattered sort of energy. For some of you this week, you could be experiencing a lot of highs, a lot of lows, emotional highs, like kind of feeling all over the place. I think with the Two of Pentacles and Justice being here, you are going to like find that middle ground. You are going to balance your thoughts and your emotions, but it just may take a little extra effort here. This is you managing. This is you dealing with everything that you've got going on. Some of you, you're multitasking. You could be working multiple jobs, or you just have a lot going on, but you're getting it done. You're managing. I just am getting a lot of emotional energy here. Some of you need a break. I really feel like that's what this is. You need a break. So I do see a vacation coming up for some of you. Even if it's like a day at the beach or something like that, I do see this like nice, peaceful energy coming in. A lot of happiness. I see you creating new memories with the Six of Cups, the Lovers. If you're in a relationship, I definitely see you spending quality time with your person, making time. If you're working a lot, I see you making time. I'm also getting another story here. I'm also getting something else. But this is literally going to be for just a couple of you. But I am getting that for some of you, this is a recovery period. And I am feeling like for some of you, this could be like a rehab. So yeah, you're trying to bring in this balance here. So if something was in excess, so whether, you know, that's drinking or doing something else, whatever it is, nowadays it can be anything. This could be you like changing your mind a lot. You know, maybe some of you are going to seek help, or you're going to go into a rehab. That could be something that you want, but then, you know, maybe at the last minute you change your mind, or there's a little bit of stubbornness here with this Four of Pentacles and King of Cups. That's what I'm getting there with that. A little bit of a stubborn, even moody energy here with this. So if it's not you, that could be your partner, that could be your person, it could be a family member. You may be dealing with the King of Cups who's doing this. So somebody could be making a decision as far as dropping something that's no longer serving them, making a decision and sticking to it. And then I'm also getting a story of someone choosing love. So on the love front, if you have two options, in particular someone from your past, and maybe you have a new person, I see you choosing love. Yes, some of you may choose the past. You may choose to reconcile with someone. You've got the Lovers, you've got the Six of Cups. For some of you Pisces, you may choose like the past person. But I think that you're looking at the situation like you're following your heart, or you're choosing love over maybe other things. For some of you, a Libra a Gemini, a Cancer may be significant. Maybe even another Pisces, a Leo, Gemini again, Virgo. But you've got the Magician here, so you have the ability to create change in your life. If someone has kept you in the dark about a situation, you may choose to move in a new direction with the Sun and the Knight of Wands. But something that is hidden, whether that's someone's feelings, how someone truly feels, if, you know, they feel disappointed or whatever it is, if somebody's been hiding something, I feel like the truth is going to come out in some way. But you've got the Nine of Cups with the Five of Cups. That is definitely a wish that's coming in, but for some of you, just be careful what you're wishing for. Yeah, be careful what you're wishing for. Also, if you're purchasing a new vehicle or spending a lot of money on a vehicle, you want to be careful with that. Don't overdo it. Also, you know, if you are purchasing something new, there may be something like in the fine print. You want to be careful of that. And we've got Mercury going retrograde, I believe, on like the 17th. So this week. Yeah, something may be hidden. So you want to be careful of that when it comes to a contract, agreeing to something. Yeah, you just want to be careful what you wish for here. There could be a disappointment or some sort of loss even. It could be a loss of money. Maybe something cost more. So, you know, maybe you were told like one thing and then you find out there's like hidden cost or something like that. And now you're kind of left juggling financially for some of you. So yeah, be careful of like anything you're signing. If you need a car, you need a car. You can't, you know, live your life around Mercury retrograde, right? You really can't. You just have to be very careful. But yeah, for some of you, this is some sort of contract that's significant. And so with that, yeah, with that Chariot and the Five of Cups, for some of you, I feel like this is travel or this is a vehicle. Judgment, rising up from the ashes, making very significant life changes. What is the additional guidance for Pisces? What is the additional guidance? We've got rejuvenate, accept what is dying, accept what is dying. That's very interesting. So With Judgment, you definitely could be turning your back if something or someone was a disappointment. With the Chariot there, clarifying the Five of Cups, that could be you jumping in the driver's seat and moving forward. And yes, maybe it's like an emotional kind of roller coaster here for you this week, Pisces. But this could be you making a decision and sticking to it. Your intuition is definitely speaking to you. All right. What is the guidance on the love front for Pisces? Look at that. Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. And then Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. So you've mastered something, Pisces. So yeah, it's definitely a time to let go of the past, of old wounds, to rise up. Let's see, who's Pisces dealing with? Who's Pisces dealing with? We've got Sagittarius, fire, and go again. Aquarius and Gemini. All right, Pisces, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. I do want to thank all of you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys very much. I hope that you find this weekly reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It does help. All of my information is listed down below, my website, all of my links for social media if you are interested. I will also have here in the video the July monthly video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it here in this video. All right, guys, I'm wishing you a great week. I will talk to you soon. Take care.